this meeting to order. It is 7:02. And we have a citizen. So if you would like to speak to stand.
That would be me.
That's
That
you.
would be you.
You have 3 minutes. So you'll just kind of like city council, say your
Yeah.
name, address, and all of that.
Right. Oh, well, I do have my mask on because I am a senior citizen and I am scheduled to have eye surgery sometime later in the summer, and I don't want to get the flu or whatever. So if you can't understand it, Pat Edmiston, 14215 Tanglewood Drive. I usually don't give my total address. I've lived in Farmers Branch since 1962. I was on this library board in the 80s. And I studied library science education. So I am here tonight because of the periodical collection and the ordering of books process. I think the periodicals collection is terrible. When I have tried to request book magazines to be ordered, I was told they were not being published anymore or they were too expensive. Well, I went to Barnes and Noble and everything that I wanted the library to have is still being published. So that needs to be addressed. Number 2 is ordering books. Since January, I have tried to order about 10 or 12 books. Right now, there are only, I just checked with Karen, 3 of the books that I requested I'm on hold for. They are very popular books, so I'm way down on the list for me. And when the city used to run this library, I don't know what their number was, but if so many people wanted it above 1, if it was like 3 or 4, the city went to Barnes and Noble and bought another copy immediately. And so I don't know what the answers are. I was so frustrated by the book ordering situation. I contacted the mayor, and his advice was if the SSI, however they're known now, if their vendor does not have the book, you all need to go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble and get the book. If that's going to be a problem, then the city gives you all the money to order periodic everything that's in this library. If you're not getting enough money, I think now with the new council, we will have the votes to get that changed, and the budget situation is coming up. So, Heather, can you tell me what your current amount is, what you get for books?
That's 3 minutes. And we're legally not allowed to respond. Sorry. But we will, this is something we can look into for future meetings. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your thoughts with us.
I feel like I didn't get first base.
All right. Our next item is minutes, which we don't have enough people, so we cannot approve them. But if you just look over them really quickly and just if there's anything that you see that is incorrect or something, make a note and then we can adjust them for next time. I do not see anything that needs to be corrected. Either of you? Nope. Okay. Allison was our trustee, but she's not here today. So, does anybody have any interesting or noteworthy stories about libraries? Libraries in the news. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so a couple weekends ago, the Urban Public Library hosted the North Texas Teen Book Festival.
That's right.
And there were thousands of youth there to see their favorite authors, get their books signed, purchase books. It was an amazing event. I think there were over 10,000 kids there. So there were folks who drove in from different parts of Texas to come
That's
out.
cool.
So it's really fun. I volunteered, so it's great.
Just a side note on that, it is a free event,
Yes.
but they also hosted Educators Day on
Oh,
that Friday. We sent 2 staff members out to attend, and we can come back with a few ideas on how to incorporate the programs.
Yeah.
oh, that's great. That's so great. All right. Anything else?
Paul brought to our attention that Cedar Hill has a new library.
Yes, Cedar Hill actually opened their new library. It's next to their Signature Park. I believe the grand opening was the last weekend in April. Used to work down there, so looks like a really nice building. Their old one was outdated, very small, so I know they passed a bond for that, so that opened up. I have not been there, but from the photos, it looks like it was a nice event, and looks like a nice library that they built. So hopefully we'll be able to get back down there to see it, how it came out.
Anything else?
The only thing I'm currently reviewing in library news is that brings me about ChatGPT earlier. There is some controversy about the use of AI in libraries.
Oh,
And so there is a lot of copyright ethics questions involved right now about whether libraries are allowed to use ChatGPT or other AI advertising options, whether it is imagery or verbal. So there's a lot of controversy on that, and we're kind of doing some reviews and article writing about how that will be used going forward in libraries. So that's a very controversial topic right now.
yeah. Just about everywhere. People are not sure what the best practices are. All right, and there's nothing else. Then next is to review the collection development policy and take appropriate action, which, excuse me, we cannot do that part, but we can review it. I know we had some questions last time concerning the difference between policy versus procedure on a couple of things. Right?
Yes, there were some questions about that last time, and I think we kind of our procedure going forward with getting policy approved
Yes.
has been we kind of narrowed that down to what it actually will be here. If so, I and LS&S will put together the policies. We will present them to you, the board, for review, edit, adjustment, comments, and then after you have approved a final review, we will take it all in one lump sum to City Council, and then they will put in their 2 cents, what they think yes, what they think no, any adjustments they'd like to make before moving forward.
So with this one, go to them.
So I will bring them to you individually,
Okay.
and then once we have
You get several.
So they're like a full packet.
once we have the packet together, then it will go to City Council. Most likely a study session before moving forward.
I know there was some concern about how, if it comes to us for review and we don't approve it, then next 2-year wait, whether we were subjecting the city to some potential litigation or whatever, because that's what other people are doing. It's just that the city needed to
Right.
know
Right.
that work.
Yes.
Yes. So
you know,
procedure
like we did.
wise, yes.
So that kind of answers that question.
Yes. The
Because the city
procedure wise,
council will
yes.
We're fine.
Yeah. So anytime I get a request for reconsideration, which is with the collection development policy, I or anyone else in the library, if anyone turns in that request for reconsideration, I will actually sit down, review the item, do a lot of research on it, and I will also notify Robert, and then I'll will let him know why I'm making that decision. I will notify the board of what the decision is, why I've made it, and then it will be presented back to the person who requested. And that's the procedure I will follow. The policy is I, as the director, will make an informed decision on that item and reply. If they dislike that, they can appeal to you as the library board. At that point, moving forward, that's where the confusion was last time, if there was any forward on that. And it's kind of the consensus that the library board would be the final stop because, as mentioned previously, that's where a lot of cities end up. If it goes beyond that, that's when lawsuits start.
Yeah.
All right, so the city knows.
What's going on?
Yes, I will be updating Robert every step of the way. Anytime we get a bad review, complaints about the way we operate, I make sure and keep the city informed about that.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions about the collection development policy?
Like the last time.
Yeah.
Then, except for that whole how the city would be.
Yes, which I think we got answered.
Yeah, okay.
All right, then
Okay,
we'll just hunt to the next month on this one. Library director's report.
Okay. So we had a fun month in April. We had nearly 1,300 people come to our events for the month, so thought it went really well. We had our eclipse viewing party. I think we had that right before the last meeting. So we got our final count of 175 people. I'm not sure how familiar you are with our English classes, part of our literacy, which I know you have talked about previously when we were reviewing adult literacy, but we get about 345 attendees a month.
To the ESL classes?
Yes.
That's so great.
So, and then our, on the opposite end of the spectrum with our littles, we actually have between our baby bounce and our toddler story time, we have about 300 attendees each month for those as well. So I just want to make sure you guys know that our staff really is working very hard, and they are bringing people to our events and getting some recognition with the members of the community and providing a really great service.
Citizenship thing banked up yet?
Yes, it has. And I believe it is fully registered.
Nice.
So, a couple of other things for the city part. We had Fish and Fun this month. So, and Dustin did attend and said that was a very good turnout for that. And then the library was actually featured in an online article for the publication DFW Child.
Oh.
So we were listed as one of the favorite public libraries in Dallas-Fort Worth.
That's cool.
So, and they gave a brief, this is what we like about the library. They mentioned the art exhibit, they mentioned the children's area, the STEM kits, story times. So if y'all have time, it might be a good thing to check out.
Yeah.
So coming up, you all know we have our summer reading kickoff coming up. We will be doing our badges and adventure in the library. Adventure begins at your library, I believe is the theme. And we will again be doing the 5 adventures that you can do. But the bookmarks will be a little bigger this year, but yes. In each bookmark you bring in, you'll get your badge, but we're going to make them passports this year. So it'll be a passport that you'll get a stamp or sticker on based off of the type of adventure you complete.
Very cool.
And the kickoff day was.
The 1st, June 1st. So also
the foam party, right?
yes, outside we'll be having the foam party, but at the same time, we will also be doing our soft launch of the Innovation Zone. And by that, what I mean is we will actually have our equipment out. we'll have someone in there letting people know what things are and how they can go about being able to use the equipment. We'll have, starting the day after, so on the 2nd, the glow forge will be available for reservations. The 3D printer will be available for reservations. We'll have our Cricut available for use, sewing machines, all of that will be out and available to use.
That's cool.
Is that a day you need some backup singer? Some volunteers to check.
Please, please, we would be happy to have you.
So I don't have to do the phone.
No,
no,
that's
come
what
on.
I volunteering for, was the phone.
I mean, even if it's, walking around, say, hey, go inside and check it out,
Yeah,
or anything like that. If we are hoping that our sewing teacher will be available at the same time, so that those who are not necessarily interested in being outside will be able to have a demonstration of some of the sewing machines and some of the equipment like that. We haven't confirmed her yet, but she offered, so we're trying to get that locked down this week. We'll be back at the Funshine. We'll be doing story time there. Each week, Dustin will be doing that. And then we've actually been invited to let the city know which events we would like to participate in.
Oh, like the city events, things like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to start looking for volunteers who would like to go with us so that we can be staffed, so that we can attend these. And I have a list of those big events and the dates. If any of you are interested in being volunteers for those, let me know, and I'd be happy to send you the dates and things that we are looking at. Hopefully attending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 events. So,
What are they?
so we were told that potentially we could get to the last Denton Drive live, the Independence Day celebration, the Carnival in August, the Bloom and Bluegrass Festival, the Halloween in the Park. I'm not sure what Veterans Day entails, but they have that listed as a special event.
That will be,
Usually there's like
usually it's at the Branch Connection, but they'll probably still be in the renovation. So
it's
last
also
year,
been at the, like where the flags are, well, next to the Star Center, but that area is also under construction too.
so last year was held at the rec center.
Yeah.
So they'll probably, assuming they'll do it again at the rec center, Jackie and his crew will do that. So they did it on actually November 11th last year.
Mhm.
It was in the morning. So
Yeah, that's the date they have. That's why.
yeah, so I think it's say November 11th again. Rec center probably again because it'll be in the renovation. TBC staff will be running that again. So they always look for volunteers to help with the kids or the veterans that come in.
I mean, and even if we don't have a booth, being out there, maybe being able to wear our library shirts, it promotes the library, it promotes our involvement with the city. Felice Nabby Dog seemed to excite several of our staff members that are interested in animals.
Yeah, that's the like Christmas party at the dog park.
And then the annual Christmas celebration. Those are some of the big items.
So the Aquatic Center does Spooky Pooch, which is the dog park at the, that'll be October 7th, I believe. So if you guys would like a booth there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's they come in costume.
Yes, they do come in.
They bring the
costume.
dogs and the owners, like it's like a costume party for dogs and their people.
If my dog was
People and their
well-trained.
dogs.
Cinco de Mayo.
They just did Cinco de Dog too.
Yeah, so our division runs the Spooky Pooch. So we'll have that. That'll be on Saturday from 6 to 8. We got another musician that will come out and play music, we'll have vendors and food trucks. And alcohol will be available.
Well, there's like a little behind it, like a little, I don't know, it looks like a concession stand.
Like a patio.
Patio, yeah.
So those are some of the events we have coming up, and if we can get the volunteers to work with our staff, hopefully we'll be able to attend most of those.
What kinds of things is the city hoping we will do, or are they just wanting us to have a booth that tells about what's offered at the
They
library?
pretty much kind of left it to us
Okay.
to make that decision. So one of the things I would like to do the majority of the time is mainly that conversation, letting them know what we have going on. And at one of them, I would actually like to potentially do a survey, a sticker survey, asking patrons what they want, asking city members what
Like
do they
the,
want from the
like
library.
the post-it note things. We did that at like a PTA meeting at school. They put up all the different events and it was like, what do you like? What do you not like?
Mhm.
And they just gave you post-its and you wrote on the post-its and stuck it.
Uh,
all around
even
the
something
thing.
as simple as, I've kind of seen the template that, do you want more baby programs?
And you just put a sticker next to the things that you
Put a
want.
sticker next to
I
the
like
things you
that.
want, and then at the bottom you have what time do you want these programs, and you have a chart, and they can choose, I want Monday mornings, I want Tuesday evenings, and find out what Farmers Ranch residents really want and when they want it.
Yeah,
But that will
because you
take
could
a
be
little bit
doing
more
something
staffing.
that people want, but it's not at a time they can go. And then it seems like nobody wants it when really
Right.
they just can't
I think
attend.
it depends on the event, but I thought the story time the children's librarians did at the multicultural was effective. It wasn't, we had a lot of competition, so they'd announced that they might have had more kids, but we had the face painting line.
Yes.
They could
were
hear
like
we're right next to
secondary
it, so they got to
attenders.
hear all the stories.
Secondary
But
attendance.
it seems like sometimes even the music festivals, if there was a break, we could almost have something about music or about that type of, a story.
So something that we would generally do, I would think, at a community event like this would be having the booth that has our flyers, it has how to get a
Mhm.
library card, but maybe a small craft based off of what the
What the
event
event
is.
yeah.
That it's do it in 90 seconds or less, take it with you when you go, so they have a free item, they've had something to do, the kids are involved.
Yeah.
Yes, Dustin and Linda are wonderful
really
with
great.
it. That's kind of the general, we have our information there, something to draw them in, something for them to do, and be a participatory event.
Adult, whatever brochure done, that would be a poster.
Yes.
Just working on it. The adult education.
And then the last thing I have on my list is I would like to give facilities a thank you because we have a new AC unit in the
Oh,
building. And y'all may have noticed the ceiling that fell in this month that they have repaired and fixed for us. Thankfully, it was temporary. They got it fixed in a week, but we did have a portion of the ceiling in Children's come down that they repaired really quickly. So they've done really well, and we appreciate them coming out. That is the end of my report. Unless you guys have any questions, comments.
Something that came up last year. that I don't know how to approach just that whole thing about the pandemic kind of closing down sometimes the library.
Okay.
And I was just wondering, is there a record somewhere of people that were involved in that before that shutdown? Because it seems like that would be another vehicle. I know
So
it's
there's like an
somewhat-
oral history, I guess I would say, of friends of the library. If you talk to so-and-so, they can connect you to so-and-so, and that person might have the tax ID number. Like, it's like a very,
I do actually have the tax ID number.
yay. That
And
was
I have
one of
the
the
person,
battles.
I have the person who applied. That is the extent of the
Yeah.
official documentation.
Something for the future. I know we have a lot going on, but
Well,
it
it's
seems
not-
like also as we get more into doing these events at the city and everything, having a little bit bigger volunteer
Yes,
squad
yes.
would be helpful. You know,
It's not something that we can be involved with as board members, but there are some past board members who have tried or are trying to kind of get it off the ground again. They just need to find people who want to work alongside them. And they're trying to make sure that when they build it up, they're building it up in a way that all the different voices that are in the city are able to participate equally and be heard equally. All right, we're on to future items. So obviously we'll need to approve the minutes from April and take action on the collections policy. Is there anything else?
just cranking up the committee feedback again. That has some things.
Yes, now that the QR code is
Now the
functioning
QR
again.
code.
All right, but I think that's it.
I don't have anything to add.
All right. It's like fastest meeting on record. We just need someone to move to adjourn. Does anyone think-
The number, sure.
And then our next meeting is June,
That's in the minutes for last.
in the minutes, June 13th.
That would be excellent.
It's a very best night. A lot of community activities. for
On June 13th.
Juneteenth, yeah.
Juneteenth is the 19th.
I'll be here. I mean, in July, right?
No, we take breaks in July and in December because they're busy. Everyone seems to flee Dallas in July.
Yeah.
So do we,
So we have
Well,
several.
Three.
Three spots. Three spots.
and there's a couple of us too. Well, there are 3 empty spots right now. And then myself and somebody else.
they're wanting to renew?
Our terms are up and we asked to have them renewed for another
You,
go
David,
round.
and Stacy.
So it could be potentially up to 6. Because you and Zach came on at the same time. And you're like,
I was an alternate last year.
yeah. So, all right.
Can we do motions without a quorum?
Sure, yeah. Or we'll just say we've adjourned at 7:29. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't really vote.
Yeah.
That's all right. The city has it all on video.
Okay, I am stopping recording now.